Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Neil and Kara, and we are doing our refresh on the Mantis X10 system, and we are going to show you today the benchmark and kind of reacquaint with that a little bit.
Palm pepper spray is next generation OC spray. It's hot at 1.4% major capsaicinoids, and its modular design means you can customize it exactly to you. 3 different setups, lots of different color combinations. You can make it exactly as you like. And the flip top safety prevents accidental discharges. It's 10 to 12 foot range and 25 half-second blasts. Make sure that you can keep that long range eye poke at long range. I trust Palm OC, and I recommend it for everyone for self-defense.
So the benchmark is, in my opinion, I mean, it's named appropriately, right?
It is.
It's the benchmark of where you are right now. Essentially what it is it's 10 shots that you take at your time. There's no time or anything on this stuff. There's no draws. It's just press the gun out and pull the trigger and get a score. And what the Mantis unit is testing is what's the gun doing? Is the muzzle moving up, down, left, right? Are you slamming onto that trigger and throwing your shots off? Those kind of things. And so the goal is to get 100. I've probably got somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 dry presses in Mantis alone. I've got a 99.9 is the best. I know people that are like on their first try, they've got 100. And I'm like, I don't believe that's real. But whatever, it happens. I've seen it. Yes. I know people have done it. I just have never got one. But if we're 90 or above, we're pretty happy with what we've got. And so that just essentially what that means is we're holding the gun still as we press the trigger, meaning the round is going to go relatively where we're aimed.
Absolutely.
The thing that I think some folks struggle with the Mantis X10 unit is that, you know, they don't know. They're like, well, where did I hit on the target? Well, you hit where you were aiming is really the thing. It's not measuring the hits. It's measuring what's going on right here, not down there. So the data is coming from what is going on in your wrists, your shoulders, your stance, all of that kind of stuff. And so when we can make that leap to understand what the data point is that we're getting, and we're going for a 90 or above, then great. Essentially, it's been a while since I've done this, right? And so mine's collected dust too, so I had to dust mine off for this as well. But I know in like open training, you can go delete shots and you can make yourself look great if you want to. I know some folks that have done that. Yes. I think that's a little shady, but whatever, you do you. I don't really care. I'm not going to be at your gunfight. But the beauty of the benchmark is you can't do that. It's 10 shots. If you shank one, yeah, you shanked it and you can't go delete that and make that go away. So it's 10 shots. How consistent can you be? Can you stay in it mentally and stay present in that over a period of time? And you know, you can take up to 10 minutes if you want for this. I'm going to shoot one here in just a second. I'm not going to take that amount of time. And then the really fun part is then you can go do this live and you can compare yourself in your dry fire versus your live fire. And what we see is about a 10% drop or 10-point drop. You know, and initially I thought, well, that's okay because it's just live fire. And then way back in the day, John challenged me. He's like, there's no reason if you can shoot a 95 dry, you can't shoot a 95 live. And I challenged him to that. And so then he took me to the range and yes, you can do that. And so what typically it is, it's our grip. We grip a little differently when we're in dry fire than we do when we're in live fire. And so dry fire isn't just pulling the trigger and holding the gun as loosely as you can. It's doing all the things that you're going to do in live fire. And the thing I say is you shouldn't be tired and sore at the end, but you should feel some fatigue in the muscles. You should feel that you held a gun like you were actually going to shoot it. So that's really what this is all about. So for today, I'm just going to shoot a 10-round benchmark. It's probably been a year since I've done one of these, so everybody behind the camera is giving me a hard time. It's going to be fine.
It will be fine.
And I sucked a whole lot worse on camera, so this is going to be a good time. So, Karen,
we're going to open up the benchmark drill. And so one thing I do want to show real quick is the settings. You can actually go modify drill settings by hitting that cogwheel. And you can toggle the live fire, dry fire right there. Okay. So it makes it really easy. So so that's just a quick little hint there.
All right, cool. So we're going to do this dry. I'm going to use the side berm over here. So Kara's going to step back behind me and I'm just going to press out here. So I've got my new VP9 A1F here. I've got this thing zeroed, but I haven't done a whole lot of shooting with this just yet. I'm working this into my rotation, but let's see here. So the big thing is we want to keep it pointed down just a little bit, the muzzle down. Otherwise, what will happen is sometimes when we re-rack the slide for the next shot, it will detect that as a shot. So if we keep the unit pointed down as we re-rack the slide, it shouldn't pick those up. But all right, so we are live and ready to go. You hit start, so I'm ready to go. So I got to just
no pressure.
Pick a spot out here.
89.
Ooh, 89 start. Okay, nowhere but up to go from there, right?
94. 90. 94. 94.
Got those 94s dialed in.
94. 95. 92. 98.
One more.
99.
Oh, finished
Got
with
it on the
99.
last one.
All right, so you saw what I did. We're gonna have the screenshots here for you on the screen, and I don't know if the sound picked it up, but you can turn the volume on and it's telling me what I'm shooting. So initially when they first came out, you would shoot, and then the tendency was to look at your screen to see what you got and then shoot and look and shoot and look. Now it's gonna tell you so you can stay focused and stay present.
It's configurable.
Yeah.
There's so many things that are configurable within the app.
So I got an average of 94.3. Took just about a minute to do that. And then one of the cool things, Kara, can you slide over and show?
Absolutely.
Let's show the 89 because that's the lowest shot.
So if you tap on a score, your 89 was your first, it'll take you to the trace view screen.
Yep.
And so the trace view is going to show you the actual movement of the gun. So your blue is hold, that is your aim movement. Yellow is the last 0.2 of a second before your trigger broke.
Okay.
So when your trigger broke, it looks back 0.2 of a second. That's the movement that happened as basically you're pulling the trigger, and it tells us where would have the bullet gone.
There you go. So, and then you can hit play on that and you can actually play it, right?
I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit and we'll hit play.
So you guys are seeing this, what we're looking at now. So you can see how Mr. Shaky is. And then I pulled the trigger and wow, I got a nice
So you started the hard trigger press at the start of the yellow, and as you pressed it, you pushed it down.
There you go. So it looks like my signature. That's how I sign it. So anyway, so that is the benchmark. We're going to do one live here. We'll do another video on that because, you know, I don't want to spend an hour on each one of these. We just want to do short snippets and have a good time with it. But we'll do a live one next here so you can kind of see what that is about. But that is the benchmark. Now, at what was my average there? Was 94
94.3.
94.3. Anything over 90 is completely acceptable. And you know, we're pretty thrilled with that. I know the very first one I ever shot way back in 2016, 2017 when I saw this, I shot like a 70 or something along those lines. And John gave me a hard time. One of the really cool things about this is there is the group setting on there. So it turned into a competition between me and John. Clearly I'm a better shooter than he is. Ask anybody except for him. But that's one of the fun things about this was every night we were shooting our benchmarks, taking screenshots, texting it to each other. We were in the group talking trash. It's kind of a cool thing, and it adds a little bit of a society to this, and you got some community and can play. So go out and dust your thing off. If you can beat a 94.3,
94.3.
Send me a screenshot, knock yourself out. It's cool. There's a lot of people that are better shooters than me out there. Most of them won't do this. You know, anybody that says they are, they're not doing this. So let's have some fun with this. Get involved. I know a lot of people already have a Mantis unit. If you don't have one, go to mantis.com and pick one up. This is a cool tool, and it will make you a better shooter. Thanks.
Thank you.